Good afternoon. I am here in Parker, PA, getting ready to ride on the Allegheny River Trail. This is the parking area for the trailhead for the Allegheny River Trail, and this is located under the Parker Bridge. Parker Bridge was constructed in 1934. It replaced a bridge that was at this location earlier. And if you've ever driven or walked across this bridge, you'll notice there's a slight incline. The road coming down here to the trailhead is kind of bumpy, so just use caution and drive slow. Whenever there was a railroad line here, the line actually continued straight, went through the community of West Monterey, and eventually hooked up with what today's Armstrong Trail, and that line went all the way down to Kiski. And hopefully in the future they have plans to continue the trail. Here's a look underneath the Parker Bridge. When the leaves are off the trees, you have a better view of the bridge. I believe in this location sat the railroad station. I'm not real sure, but it was in this area. The Allegheny River Trail is a paved 32-mile rails-to-trails. The communities of Parker, Foxburg, Emlenton, Franklin, and Oil City line the trails. As of this recording, there is a gap in the trail between Foxburg and Emlenton. However, volunteers are working to close this 3-mile gap. And then when riding on this trail, you want to watch out for bumps. This is caused by tree roots. So just use caution. And this section of trail between Parker and Foxburg is about 2.5 miles one way. There are blue blazes along this trail, and that is because the North Country Trail shares the Allegheny River Trail. So if you're trying to get your miles in for the North Country Trail Challenge, this is a great place to get your walking in. Shortly into the trail, there is a little overlook so you can see views of the Allegheny River. This trail runs parallel with the Allegheny River up to Oil City. And by the looks of it, the river still looks kind of low. That road straight ahead is Route 268. So while you're on the trail, you'll occasionally hear truck traffic and cars from 268. It's a nice picnic table to have a picnic lunch or just relax. And this bridge was built in the early 20th century. I can't find any information on this bridge. Here's some critters that you'll find along the trail. Just need to remove that critter from the trail. There. From the bridge you can see where the Clarion River flows into the Allegheny River. Looks like it's trying to clear up. But I will be very honest, I prefer it cloudy whenever I'm hiking or bike riding. And people are putting locks on the fence. Okay. There's a lot of sandbars out in the river. But the current where the Clarion flows into the Allegheny looks really swift. Right along the banks of the Clarion River looks like an old bridge piling, so there may have been a bridge before this one was built. Let's go ahead and try to take a closer look. Upstream is the community of Foxburg. Foxburg is a community that is nestled along the banks of the Allegheny River. And then downstream is the community of Parker. They don't build bridges like they used to. I always like to admire the craftsmanship of these old bridges. Definitely a live nest on the posts to the bridge. I did see some hornets fly in and out of it. I think it's hornets. Yeah, I see them on camera roaming around it. I am at a safe distance, by the way. I'm just zoomed in really far. Looks like they attempted to build a smaller nest above that one. And this nest is on the side of the bridge facing the Clarion River. This trail is nice and shaded, so this is a perfect ride for a hot summer day. Next stop is Foxburg. Here you have a nice, quaint, peaceful spot with a beautiful waterfall. And up on the hill there's an old foundation. I'm not sure what that was at one time, but there are trees growing out the top of it. It's amazing how trees take root into things. So I don't know too much about that foundation, but it's really neat to see old foundations and artifacts along these trails. And then there's a bench to rest your legs. Down there's an old chimney. Must have been a house or a structure at one time. Again, I don't know what was there. I don't have too much information. Yeah, see the foundation. And the chimney is still standing after all those years. Another artifact that I found along the trail. Kind of hard to see with the foliage, but this looks like ruins of an old building. All I can make out is Foxburg Company Incorporated. It's easier to see whenever the leaves are off the trees. Made to the Foxburg end of the trail. It's a nice, pleasant 2.5 mile ride along the banks of the Allegheny River. Next, I'm going to explore the town of Foxburg. I forgot to mention that the Allegheny River Trail is part of the Erie to Pittsburgh Trail. So hopefully one day they'll have the shores of Lake Erie connected to downtown Pittsburgh. Visible are the rails to the former railroad. Here's the Foxburg Red Caboose. You can pick up information such as brochures and maps of the area. There's also a caboose along the Butler-Freeport Trail in Cabot, PA. And it's open a couple times a year. I know it's open Halloween and Christmas. They have it decorated for each holiday. You can see they're going to continue the trail. So it's going to connect Foxburg with Emlenton. So I'll be excited whenever that opens up. So thanks to all the volunteers. There used to be an old metal grate bridge at this location. They replaced that bridge with this one in about 2007 or 2008. It was a one-lane metal grate bridge. Now we'll go ahead and include a clip I took of it in the year 2000.
If they change their mind. Look, he's ready for it. But there's two canoes on top. Told him 11 o'clock. What time is it?
Oh, that clock's wrong.
What clock?
It's in here.
So we upstream
Right
from
here.
where we...
Yeah.
Oh, so in other words, he's going to take us
Oh, yeah,
upstream.
he'll
They're
take
going
us
to float
upstream.
down. Okay.
As you can see in my footage from the year 2000, the
This will
Allegheny
be our
Grill and the
destination
Foxburg
point
Inn
then.
are under
Come
construction.
out right in here. We'll land.
Okay.
Building a new... No, you want to pay. Yeah. How much?
Yeah, you're...
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing, yeah.
Done. A little box.
Oh, that is nice.
She's having fun already.
Hotel. My wallet. I'll take it. Now what do we do? Patio. Buck grass.
Mr. Clutch. Hey, call Jeff Mr. Clutch.
We gotta put back brakes on his truck. You know that's.
Oh, that's fine.
So I'll let you know when.
Yeah, let me
What
see.
else, Jeff?
Here's a picture I took of the Foxburg Bridge in July of 2003. I took this before a canoe trip. I am at Lincoln Hall here in Foxburg, Allegheny Riverstone Center for the Arts. This is also a library, and I believe this is where an old Wurlitzer organ is that used to be used in silent movies. There's an old stained glass transom. Woodwork is beautiful in here. And Foxburg is a perfect place for a weekend destination. There's a hotel, the Foxburg Inn, and all rooms look the river. You can have a meal at the Allegheny Grill. You can play golf at one of the oldest continuous golf courses in the United States. And there's Foxburg Pizza and a chocolatier shop. Foxburg Wine Cellars. And here's a look at the business district. Right now it's time to head back to Parker. I enjoyed my tour of Foxburg, and I hope you enjoyed this video too.